let's create a preset. So we can make our own presets. And as I mentioned earlier, it could just be as simple as one element that you do over and over again. And that one element for me today is I'm going to make a preset for a vignette. So let's come over to the image that I already have open. Here it is. And it's just a standard image. So I've already played around with it a little bit. It doesn't look like I have here, but I made some snapshots. I think in the last video I called them versions. That's what they're called in Lightroom. So here we are. So here's the original shot. Then I went in and I did the basics panel. And if I come up here, you can see all the settings that I've made. So pop the color up, I cropped it a little bit, played with highlights, shadows, basically touched almost everything in here but my exposure. I upped the vibrance, and I have not done anything with grain or vignetting yet. But I did make another snapshot of a vignette. So here's our basic, and here's what the difference looks like. So let's go back over here and come down, and now you can see I'm at -1682.0. So those numbers I'm going to want to keep in my head. I already jotted them down, what my vignette is, because that's going to help me make a very precise preset. So I'll know exactly what it is, because I might have some that have more or some that have less. When I create a vignette, I like it to be subtle. I don't like to look at the image and say, oh, Heather added a vignette. Okay? I like it to just be like, oh, my eye is focusing in towards my subject. So to create a preset, let's go over to that presets panel, and I'll just close up this stuff because we don't need it open. And I'm going to click here to create a new preset, or you can even come to the three little dots and create a preset. When I do this, it brings up everything. So I could make a preset of everything that was here and just apply it to image after image after image. But a lot of the times I want to really control my basics panel, so I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to turn off my color profile. I'm going to turn off the curve, the details, the color mixer, the color grading, the optics, the calibration, and process version. But effects, I want to come in here and I only want to have the post-crop vignette active. So I'll turn off grain. Now I'm going to title it. And I'm going to title it -1682.050. So that's from the top to the bottom what the sliders are. So there's a break in between each one. And it's going to go into a group called user presets. You can create group names as well, but I'll just keep it as user preset, and I'll hit OK. Now, here is my user preset. Let's hit done, and let's go open up another image. So that was the image we just created. Let's see, let's use this image. I'm going to open it up. Click, click. Oh, it needs some work, doesn't it? So I'm just going to come in here to basics. I'm going to open up the shadows. I'm going to push up the whites a bit. I'm not going to push down those blacks at all. I do want some contrast, so I don't want to lose the contrast. And I'm going to play with the exposure. So one of those few times I play with the exposure is backlit. So I really wanted, when I was photographing this, I was really thinking about the shadows hitting the ground, and I wanted them coming towards me. So I thought that when I got into Photoshop, I would be able to bring back the detail that I wanted and be able to dial it in. Okay, that's looking kind of good. We'll add some texture. I want to add some clarity. Yeah, texture and clarity. Okay, now if I hop over to presets, I can just apply this one preset that I did, that vignette. It looks pretty good on tons of images. So I accidentally made that a favorite by clicking the star. I can take that away by unclicking the star, but I do want that to be my preset. So that's how you apply a preset. That's how you create a preset. What else could you make presets of? Make a list. You can always run it by me. I will see you in the next video.